We are seeing something right now that is absolutely flabbergasting lawyers and the legal community and this particular lawyer right now, and that's the notion of squatting. And we don't understand this. We literally do not understand this. As members of the bar, members of the various, officers of the court, we don't understand this. We didn't understand why police were not arresting retail shoplifters. We don't understand, no bail, a bail-free release, RORs. We don't understand it. But this one in particular. Now, there is a notion called adverse possession. And as you may or may not know, adverse possession is defined as the open and notorious use, claiming of title, basically to the world. You're saying, this is my property. It's not open and notorious and hostile where you're threatening to hurt people, but you're not hiding it. You're using it. And it has been an instrument. It has been available in the world of real property for forever. The law does not like titles that are confused. They like a certainty, a certain finality as to titles and ownership being determined. Okay. And it's also been done sometimes by virtue of, in terms of international law, when there are settlers, when there are people who claim property in war. And so the idea of ownership coming along, not by the usual transmission, livery of season and all that prototypical real property business. But this is different. Somebody decides because they are being told. They're being told by members or representatives of the shadow government that here's the new rules, especially if you are an illegal alien. Go to a place, go to a home, and claim, either through a document that maybe you can just write yourself, or claim to have a lease, claim a possessory interest in this property. The same way all of a sudden we're seeing here, I don't know where you are, but in New York, cars, everybody has paper tags. Just a paper, like they go to a FedEx and just copy something that says tag, and I don't understand why this happens. They will boot cars, you will see, but nobody ever boots a car with a paper tag. Not dealers, not temporary, just this kind of like somebody came up with their own common law tag. And what they do is they go there, the police show up, and the next thing you know, the squatters all of a sudden are telling the owners, you cannot come in here, and the police come and tell the owner, you are not allowed in your home. And it's happening over and over and over. This is burglary. And in the meantime, they're destroying the property, destroying the interior, destroying the furnishing, destroying everything. And the owner goes and says, well, what do I do? There should be immediate, emergency, special courts with special agents, usually of the sheriff's department, to dispossess, to evict, to remove, and to arrest people for not squatting, but burglary. Burglary is the entering or remaining in a conveyance, dwelling, or structure of another with the intent to commit an offense therein. This is clearly burglary. This is aggravated burglary, because many times they will meet, we used to call it armed or assaultive burglary. This is life felony stuff. This is incredible. When you come in and let's say you're out at a party and you come in and there's somebody in your living room. In the old days, if you had a weapon, you could hold them at bay, call the police, and these people would be arrested for burglary, grand theft, what have you. Today, for reasons no one can understand, because of either some edict, some rule, something or other. All of a sudden, we are finding out that the owners are being dispossessed. The owners are being told they have to leave. The owners are left to wonder, well, what do I do? And you will hear on a local TV station a lawyer representing the owners. Well, we have to do our best. We're going to try to petition the local court. Wait. This is burglary. How was it a year ago they would arrest burglars? It's that simple. There's a guy inside my house. You're under arrest. Nobody said in the old days, well, I've got this lease here. They'd say, take your lease and insert it. Okay? You're under arrest. It was just never done. I'm sure somebody thought of it. But it just was, they would have laughed. You've got a what? A lease. Are you the owner? Yes, I'm the owner. And did you ever lease? No. And they would have laughed at the person. But today, that ridiculous claim is being honored. It's happening. And I don't understand why. And none of us is, where? Police, what are you doing? Well, we're not, we're told we really can't do anything. Let me give you an example of something which is very interesting. Kind of, sort of like this, but not really. I know of a case where sometimes unscrupulous Eastern European types, they were always called Eastern European, would meet guys at strip clubs. They'd work at the various clubs, and they were models, and, they were whoever. And they were always portrayed as Svetlana, Natasha, and they would meet some hedge fund guy, and they would fall in love. And next thing you know, she's staying with him at his multi-million-dollar duplex or what have you. And then all of a sudden, interesting enough, she'd subscribe to a newspaper or a magazine, or maybe get something in her name like the cable bill, a phone. That's really good. And then one day, unbeknownst to him, and it's one case I know of, she would go and she would either take the corner of a I don't know what you want to call it, like a cupboard, and hit herself, leave a nice bruise or do something, not permanently disfiguring the face, but something that would make it look like there was some kind of physical activity. And the man would say, "What are you doing?" Police would come. Under the laws, if you see evidence of domestic violence or physical, you have to put the person out who's doing this. And he says, wait, I live here. And she says, so do I. And she goes, look, here's my name. Here I get Max, the cable bill. And he said, wait a minute. This is mine. And they'd have to go out, and he would have to evict her. And he would end up spending millions to, quote, evict her. Because she's been there and she's got clothes in the closet. She's got pictures. She may have a cat or a dog. That's kind of sort of like this. That gives you an idea, maybe the squatting, sort of how it can evolve. But what we're seeing right now is an absolute, deliberate attempt and targeted destruction of property rights and citizen primacy and civilian primacy, autonomy. This is not an accident. And this is why people are saying there's got to be an immediate change. What do you think, my friends? Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Please hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And also, if you know something about this, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments as you comment as you see fit.